All right. So this last one, where we have yet again more confirmation that Canada just has no count of how many people are coming into this country illegally and then staying. This comes from Blacklock's reporter. Headline: No count of illegal migrants. The Immigration Department does not know how many foreigners are in Canada illegally. Deputy Minister Harpreet Kochar yesterday told MPs. Managers in a report last April said the number was as high as 500,000. So about 500,000 could be.
Like a decent sized city.
Yep. Just in various forms of
just out there
invisibility, out there, doing who knows what within the communities that they reside. But this has been an ongoing thing. And I think, Sheila, did you say that you have a clip of them at this committee, or you watched it?
Yeah, it's not this specific clip. I'm just going back. I post too much on the internet. I'm going to see if I can dig it up.
Yeah, I'll just read a couple more things
Yeah.
while you try to look for that one. An MP asked, what would be your most recent internal estimate that the government has on the total number of individuals living in Canada without legal status currently? And the immigration minister, the deputy minister, said that we would not have any estimation of those who do not have particular status in Canada. So they think it could be as high as 500,000, but like really, it's kind of anyone's guess at this point. There is just no concrete data, no real numbers to solidify how many people are living in Canada illegally, and what are they doing here? How do we find them once they're here? I mean, Canada is a vast land.
You can just disappear into our landscape here.
Where are you?
This is a clip from the same committee appearance by this deputy immigration minister. And I should point out, the deputies really do run the department. Like, these are the guys who are tasked with the day-to-day operations of the department. So if you want to know who's in charge, it's this guy. And he's being asked by Conservative MP Brad Redekop about what they're doing to deal with immigration fraud before it gets to Canada, right? Because these diploma mills are courting people in other countries. How is that happening? And so, you should stop the illegal immigration before it gets to your shores, because once they get here, they're like, I'm a refugee, don't send me back. And then you have your refugee hearing maybe 10 years from now. So they're saying to them, what are you doing to crack down on these schools that are using these consultants overseas? And he's like, I don't know, what do you want me to do? I just work here. Like, it's the stupidest thing. But if you wonder how we got 500,000 people loose in the country, this is how.
Your own rules say that if someone gives immigration advice, they must be a licensed representative. That's correct, right?
That's correct.
So why do you allow colleges or designated learning institutes to use unlicensed agents overseas to steer people into our system?
Madam Chair, our ability to actually do that overseas is we don't have any authority over the overseas. We only have the authority in Canada, which actually binds that only the registered consultant give the advice. What happens outside of Canada is not something which we can.
Do we not have control over the designated learning institutes in Canada?
Right.
Can we not tell them how to do things?
We absolutely do, Madam Chair. We actually give them a very clear guidance as to what does it mean if there is a fraud detected, what happens as a consequence, and what does it mean. But again, as I mentioned, we don't have a control outside of Canada.
Mr. Kochar, thank you, Mr. Redekop. We now have.
So decertify these places. Like, why are these places still certified learning institutions in this country if they are using fraudulent practices overseas? Like, it seems to me like that's an easy fix. You utilize these fraudulent overseas immigration consultants to coach people how to break our rules. You're not a licensed facility anymore.
Yep.
That's it.
Revoke it.
Seems, that advice is free. We probably pay that guy $300,000 a year.
Breaking news: revoke the status of immigration scheme study programs happening primarily in Ontario and the GTA. And I would even wager a bet Brampton. But another really concerning part of this Blacklock's report is that there are approximately 30,000 people scheduled for deportation, which the Canadian Border Services Agency acknowledges is an incomplete figure. And they have no idea how many of them have been convicted of a crime. I don't have that number readily at hand, replied one of the bureaucrats. I mean, this is literally your job to have that data and those numbers. Why don't we have concrete data? Where are these people and how are we finding them and getting them out of Dodge? This is absolute mayhem. You can check out my reports. I was trying to dig it up, but I haven't. Let me see if I can find it. We have a campaign dedicated to the immigration crisis happening in Canada, and it's yournewcanada.com. I had a report a few weeks ago where I broke down risky admissions that are happening under the Liberals' watch into this country. And in that report, I hyperlink some reports, government reports, that show just how many people we are admitting. And I'm trying to pull that paper up here now. Anyway, you can go through that report. I just shared the link. Watch that one. Our immigration is surging. And then we're also permitting risky admissions for people who are the Liberals themselves and the Canadian Border Services Agency are flagging as security risks and health risks and crime risks. In this country, we are giving them special exemptions so they can come into the country, thousands of them every single year for arguably the better part of the last decade under the Liberals' reign of terror. And so you can hyperlink back to those reports, check it out for yourself. This is not inflammatory rhetoric. This is quite literally happening right now, and we don't know where those people are. And we don't know the background of the people who we've just lost, or the 30,000 who we believe are, rough estimates show are scheduled for deportation. This is a mess. And these people don't even know. They're like, oh, we don't have those numbers at hand. Well, why not? What are we paying you for then? Fired, sorry, fired, sorry, not sorry, fired. We need a clean and sweep here. This is craziness.